right, Dolphin fans. So we got the Commanders today. Commanders are technically they're only about 15 miles from my house, about 15, 17 miles. I think if you went diagonally from my house, I live on the eastern shore of Maryland, and if you went diagonally from my house over the water to the stadium, maybe a little bit more than 17 miles, but it's close. The point being is that thank you, Dustin, for the scarf. I really appreciate it. You sent the scarf, you sent the shirt, and now I got plenty of Panther scarves, but now I got a Dolphin one, and it helps keep my neck warm because I don't wear the beanies. I got to wear the hat so the ears and the neck get cold because it's been dreary, man. The weather that you guys see in this game today, third day straight of that weather here. It's been abysmal. We haven't seen the sun since Thanksgiving. So, a little bit of mixed bag of news for the Dolphins. Javon Holland is out. Jones is out, but Hunt is in. I think that's the way it is. And Eichenberg is at left guard next to Armstead, who is playing. Achan is active. Don't know how much action he's going to get. We haven't heard it. It's been quiet on that front other than he's active. Not sure about Claypool. I don't know about JPP either. I didn't see him on the inactives, so I assume that means he's going to play, so we shall see. And, even if those guys are active, you never know. McDaniel is perfectly capable of keeping guys out of the lineup, even though they're on the active roster. What do we need to see out of today? Get your stuff together, offense, okay? I know we've been scoring points, but the turnovers, the miscues, the sloppy execution, the miscommunications, whatever freaking word you want to leave and describe how we've been playing, just get points and stop turning the ball over. No pick sixes going the other way. I don't mind a pick six on our end. I think it's Brandon Jones that's going to be in for Holland. Stay healthy. All right, that goes without saying. This is a game we should win, but the Commanders don't exactly suck. Okay? They're kind of, meh minus. You know what I mean? They're just another one of those sluggish NFC teams that just every once in a while they can pull the rabbit out of their ass and get a victory. Don't want to see that here today, but this is a road game. The conditions are less than ideal. So a little bit more focus on offense, all right? Tua, maybe look before you throw the ball. If you get to your second read, don't just assume that because the first guy wasn't open that the second guy is and throw it, all right? It gives me indigestion, and I just want to enjoy the game. All right, Dolphins. This is the other part to it, right? Okay? I don't want to put bad juju out there. So I'll just say this. If you've been a Dolphin fan for 30 or more years, you know how the 7-2 and the 8-3 and the 9-3 starts has a tendency to go around here, all right? Can we please, just give me 1 year where December comes and we don't fall flat on our ass? So 31-7 Dolphins at halftime. Now we're on pace to score 62 points, and that wouldn't even be the most points we scored all year. that would be something. Well, we only got 62 today. So what have we seen so far? Unfortunately, Jerome Baker gets taken out. Elliott was trying to save a touchdown, and he ended up taking out Baker's knee. They didn't cart him off, but it didn't look good either. Obviously, he's not coming back anytime soon. What are we on? I mean, if it was a 4 to 6 week injury, if it's not some kind of season-ending thing, it's possible we could see him back for the playoffs. Meanwhile, Duke Riley steps in. He's made a couple of decent plays. We've got depth on this defense, and I know some people aren't exactly enamored with Baker in coverage anyway, so 6 of one, half dozen of another, but hopefully he's okay. Andrew Van Ginkel, look, I mean, I said it, if you watch this channel, I said it when Phillips was out with injuries and then came back a little bit too soon and he was still kind of dinged. Van Ginkel is a beast, right? He's got a pick six today, and he almost had a blocked punt. I mean, I don't know how he missed it. And I'm not saying that to be complaining. It's just when you watch the replay, you're like, how? How did it not end up blocked and as another touchdown for the Dolphins? Speaking of touchdowns for the Dolphins, we remain convinced that there is a play that McDaniel calls, and the play is, screw it, Tyreek's got to be down there somewhere, because it's just Tua taking 2 steps back, and if the safety, actually usually when it's Tyreek, it doesn't even matter if the safety goes or not. It's 2 steps, and he's just chucking the ball as far as he can, and it almost worked with Waddle, but he couldn't quite adjust to the ball. Then a couple plays later, he throws it to Tyreek, he was running, looking over his left shoulder, and staying in stride. He adjusts to look over his right shoulder, catches the ball in stride, touchdown. That is not easy to do. It's one thing to have the speed and the hands, but the ability to change from looking over your left shoulder to your right shoulder without missing a beat, locating the ball, and catching it in stride, you cannot defend against that. That is just undefendable, as you see with the score. So, in terms of the rest of the game, please, to all the football gods, I'm begging you, we gave our blood sacrifice with Jerome Baker. Please, on a wet field, on a game that we clearly are going to win, could we please either A, take out the starters, or could we just have one 30-minute period of football god luck so that we don't lose any more significant pieces? Let's finish this game off. All right, Dolphin fans, I'm laughing because Kyle is still streaming, and he just yelled in here and said the Titans scored a touchdown, and the game is tied because they missed the extra point. So, here we go. 9-3, Dolphin fans. Absolutely beautiful. Love to see it. 9-3. We did what we needed to do in that second half, which is just keep our distance from them, stay healthy. I think pretty much we didn't see anybody get carded or walk off under, nobody got hurt as far as we know in that second half. Etienne had a lot of carries. Was I the only one screaming to see Jeff Wilson Jr. a little bit earlier on that drive? It's just like, I get it. He's back. Etienne is back. You want to give Mostert the break. 17 carries is probably the high amount, but Etienne gets back in, gets a touchdown to end the game. And, the thing of this is I mean, how can I put this? Watching the games, I'm sure it's a different experience for the players, but watching the games, this is like, we're kind of getting used to just like beating the crap out of teams, right? You know what I mean? We've got this stretch of games with playing teams that we really should beat, you know what I mean? But boy, that final 3 with Cowboys, Ravens, and then the Bills, don't know what the Bills situation is going to be. The Bills could be eliminated from the playoff race at that point. It'd be interesting to see what that last game means, because if we lose to the Ravens, that probably means a guarantee that we won't be able to get the top seed during that Bills game. But if we beat the Ravens, it's a good chance we might need that game. So I'm enjoying these victories while they're here. We get another 40 points. The defense gets another defensive score. And we just keep on rolling. Duke Riley came in and had a couple of nice plays. I saw Tyndall on the field. I saw Needham make a nice play. Good to see him back out there. So we've got some depth. When Phillips got hurt and he moved Van Ginkel over, all right, we did add some depth with JPP, who did not play today. But there was still the idea of, okay, with the front guys, that was kind of as far as you wanted to go in terms of losing players, right? Everybody loses players. We lose Phillips. All right, Van Ginkel is a beast. Now you lose Baker. You're going to have to put Duke Riley in there. And now we're really at a point where it's like, we can't lose any more players. Unless there are any more former Pro Bowlers on somebody's practice squad. Any Pro Bowl linebackers on another team's practice squad, like JPP was on the Saints. So don't be surprised if somebody, I don't know who the free agent linebackers are out there. I like the guys we have, but if Baker's done for the year, which, I mean, it definitely looked like he's done for a few weeks. If Baker's done for the year, you're going to want to bring somebody in. So it wouldn't surprise me to see us make a move there. But hopefully, maybe that's just a few weeks for Baker. He's been a guy that's been healthy. So just unfortunate the way he gets hurt. Friendly fire. Elliott comes over and dives at the running back, or the wide receiver. He dives at the guy. And it's one of those things where he's like, must be closing his eyes and diving, because he dives right into Baker's knee. So hopefully he'll be okay. The fact that he didn't get carted off, we'll have to see. Other than that, and Tua stayed clean. He had one hit that he took, which was kind of his fault, because he kind of double cocked the ball, and then he kind of turned to throw, and he kind of ran into the defender himself. He took a good hit on that play. But other than that, he was pretty much clean. I don't think they sacked him all game, right? And Washington's just overmatched all over the field. I mean, just you saw it on the touchdown passes to Tyreek. Tua's just like, screw it. He's down there somewhere. And so we get the win. Needed to happen. We didn't quite stay healthy. Armstead went back out with an ankle. But, I mean, whatever. I mean, you know, Armstead can't get through a game. And at this point, you just feel bad for him, because his body is clearly done, right? You know, he's clearly done, but he still wants to play. And when he's in, obviously, he plays well. But at this point, really, honestly, he should be like I was going to say he should be the break in case of emergency backup, but you need your backups to be able to stay healthy. So we'll see how that all works out in the offseason, if we're gonna keep him, or what we're gonna do there. There's cap issues, but there's no need to worry about that right now. But the dude can't make it through a game. So what I would do with Armstead, honestly, is just put him in bubble wrap into the playoffs, and then put him out there and see if he can make it through the first round of the playoffs. I don't know, man. I feel bad for the guy. Other than that, short and sweet. It's just, you know, this was a game that was never in doubt, right? It should never been in doubt. We kind of, the way I look at this game is the fact that we lost Baker. That sucks. But in terms of Tyreek and Waddle and our skill guys playing on a field that was wet and everything like that, nobody, you know, busted an ankle or their cleat got stuck and hurt a knee. None of that happened. We get out clean as far as I'm concerned. So, all right. That's going to do it. Trey and I will see you tomorrow morning. If you're new here, as of right now, we're 3 subscribers away from 500 subscribers. So we were kind of hoping we hit it on the stream. We started the stream at 495. We ended at 497. It's a slog. It's a slog. But we'll get there. We're gonna get there one way or another. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button and help you out. All right, Trey and I will see you tomorrow, right around noon. And then I don't know if Kyle and I will be streaming again tonight. Maybe we'll stream the Monday night game. Other than that, just keep rolling, Dolphins. Just keep rolling.